seize our lines, the cost will be in countless lives. You are all that stands in their way. Cripple the cruiser. Execute their leader. And purge the orcs to the last. For the Emperor.
Hey people, Indrid here, and let's have a look at Kill Team. Press start or enter. You lie, I can hit the mouse. There we go. What is this thing? It's an action shooter, as they've called it. Popped up, yes, hold on. Popped up on Steam 23rd of May out of nowhere. Was released way back in 2011 on Xbox 360. We never got a PC version until now. It was developed by THQ Digital Arts, not by Relic, which some people seem to think was the case. The PC port was handled, at least in part, by Nomad Games. Now, a bit of a tangent here, but Nomad Games are responsible for the recent digital version of the very old and popular board game Talisman, released way back in the 70s, I think, the first edition. And Nomad have done a pretty decent job by all accounts of the digital version, but why am I even talking about Talisman? I'm talking about it because there's a Warhammer 40k version of Talisman, which uses the same under copyrights, and you can't use it on your YouTube videos lest you get claimed or maybe even get a strike. So I'm just using the music from my casts, my Dawn of War 2 cast, that is. Let's look at the options. It's a how to play thing, basically just a few screens. It's not a complex game. Controls, you can rebind these, but there seems to be, from what I can tell, no option to change the sensitivity of your mouse, which could be a problem for some since it's used to aim. Some basic settings here, credits, and some very basic graphics options, just resolution, full screen, VSync. I've forced on anti-aliasing and anisotropic filtering through my driver. I've seen some people complaining that widescreen isn't supported. I assume they mean 16:10 aspect ratio is not supported. So if you have a 16:10 display, you might want to look into that. So what is this thing? You move, you aim, you blow up Xenos. As you saw from the little intro movie there, you're a kill team sent into an orc cruiser to bring it down. Let's have a look what's going on into the campaign. And this is the first mission. We don't want to play that again. I'm up to here. So what just happened was I found the war boss, and he was standing there looking like he wanted to fight, and then he ran away through a teleporter, and a bunch of Tyranids came out, which were apparently imprisoned or something, and came after me. So I imagine I'm going to be fighting Tyranids now. Let's see what's going on. Here we are. There are 4 classes to select. Sternguard Veteran, which is your ranged class right here. Unlike Sternguard from the tabletop though, they use Devastator weapons. So you have Heavy Bolter, you can use a Plasma Cannon, or a Missile Launcher, which I've not unlocked. You unlocked things through just playing the game and getting your score up from the looks of it. It's not made entirely clear. As you can see, below the name of the class there, you see Focused Fire. That's his special ability, which you use when your special ability bar is charged up. His one, Focused Fire, just basically sends his fire rate crazy. And you can slot a couple of perks, which is passive bonuses, boosting health, melee damage, range damage, power up duration, which makes your special power charge up sooner. We've got grenade slots and all sorts of stuff. Let's get those off for now. There we go. 4 classes. We've got a librarian. He has a psychic shockwave, which is basically point blank area of effect around him. He can get a power sword. Default weapon, as you can see, is reasonably balanced between his ranged and melee. He can get a force sword, and wait for this, force sword epicness. Why have they done that? I'm not sure, but they have it. They could have put mastercrafted force sword, anything, but that's what they've gone for. And yeah, it's the same perks available to everyone, by the way. We've got Vanguard Veteran, your melee choice, with jump back charge, which is pretty nuts. He doesn't actually take off. He kind of scoots along the ground using his jump pack, just giving everything. Is very powerful. You can get a chainsword, power axe, or lightning claw. I'm not sure if it's just the damage that's different, or if you have quicker attack animations and stuff, or if it takes that into account. I'm not sure. I only use the axe for that guy. And last but not least, my favourite class pretty much is the Tech Marine, who can deploy a tarantula turret and smack you in the face with his servo arm. He can have a bolter, plasma gun, or a melter gun. We'll get his plasma gun, we'll give him some perks. What are we going to give him? We'll give him some health and some range damage. There we go. And as you can see on the right side there, it says player to join. This is actually a cooperative game, but it's on the same screen. There is no online combat. Online co-op, I should say. Much like the original Xbox 360 version, I suppose they didn't want to devote the resources into putting that in, which is kind of disappointing. Since it's on Steam, they could use Steamworks maybe to implement that, but we don't have it. And from the looks of the forums, we do see some people having trouble getting it work even locally, so I don't know what's up with that. Let's deploy. Not played this mission, so try not to die, Indrid. I imagine I'm going to be fighting Tyranids because I just started fighting them. Actually, I had to run away from them. It's going to be very strange to long-term Dawn of War 2 players. You're going to see Dawn of War 2 characters running around the screen shooting. The voice work is not bad, and here we go. Here's my Tech Marine. Pretty snippy. You move with WASD. You can sprint with Shift. Oh, some of the Rippers. Fire your ranged weapon with your left mouse button, and melee attack is right mouse button. And here's one of the new animations. Look, my servo arm. That is not in Dawn of War 2. Would be awesome if it was, for the powerful sweep ability. You can blow stuff up, kill more Rippers, ascend to Teleporter Complex Central Anti-Chamber. That's what I'm supposed to do. It's very much pretty linear. But is that all there is, Indrid? No, there are power-ups, and you can also collect grenades. Here we go. Grenade is middle mouse button, and we can shoot open these crates, which are even from Dawn of War 2, and get a selection of power-ups. You can only have one at a time, so I'm going to take this, which is quad fire. It's going to shoot 4 plasma bolts out of my gun for the duration. You can see the duration up there in the top left. These health ones constantly regenerate your health for the duration. They are incredibly powerful, much better in fact than the invulnerability power up, because you're constantly regaining health, not just becoming invulnerable, and you're pretty much untouchable. Here's some Hormagaunts. We can melee these guys. That circle below my character, by the way, means that my special ability is charged up, so I can deploy a tarantula turret, but I'm going to wait until it gets a bit tougher. Here's a Orky turret. There is a reasonable amount of enemy variety, but do they actually act differently? I've seen Orc boys, I've seen Gretchens, which are hilarious. They run at you in huge groups and seem to do basically no damage, just kind of there to annoy you. I've seen shooters, I've seen flashgits, I've seen knobs with two-handed choppers, I've seen flashgits, I've seen what appear to be commandos, or at least they use the commando knob. The commandos, I should say, model from Dawn of War 2. Some more turrets. I've also seen a weird boy, which I thought he was kind of a mini boss, which is pretty cool. And that's pretty much it. Strangely, for the shooters, they kind of have these semi-automatic weapons. They don't just fire streams of bullets at you, because that would obviously be very, very difficult to dodge. So, not a lot of DACA from the Zorks. I'm keeping his power-ups here. In fact, I'm going to take one now. They don't disappear, so you can leave them on there if it's tactically beneficial. You see the physics are kind of screwing up. Here's ragdoll physics, which Dawn of War 2 does use to a certain extent. When things fly around, there are ragdoll physics, but the actual death animations in Dawn of War 2 are scripted. Okay, prepare for Tyranid Assault. It's very dark, grim dark all the way. Visuals in general are passable at best. I mean, this is 2014, this is a last gen console game though, essentially. I mean, it doesn't look horrible in motion, but if you were to go close up on those textures, I imagine they'd look pretty horrid. More Rippers. I have seen Gene Stealers and Warriors, so I fear what those Gene Stealers are going to do to me, because I had to run from them the last time. They told me to, it wasn't my choice. Some more Hormagaunts. Might be time to put down my Tarantula turret soon-ish. Your special ability does seem to charge up quite quickly. So this is the basic gameplay. Is it good enough? Can it get by on this very, very basic combat? I assume it's a lot better in co-op, a lot more fun around a screen, around a console, around a TV with your friends. Ouch, these Termagants are doing tons of damage. Gonna get his health. There's my Tarantula turret. It does have 360 firing arc, and it's incredibly powerful, as all of these special attacks are. It does seem to be a little bit easier for the ranged heroes to do their thing, since there are there's some bits of machinery and stuff you need to shoot at from range, and it seems to be a little bit easier for the ranged classes to deal with. Oh, good grief, some Gene Stealers. They seem to go down pretty easily, so that was alright. I imagine they're kind of glass cannons. Yeah, so I was talking about unit variety. There's a lot of it. Oh, let's let this guy talk.
That suspended cargo hoist offers safe passage out of this hideous place.
Okay, so I suppose I have to go up there, do I?
A power cell. Search the 4 teleporter chambers and locate the power cell.
I'm a tech marine fixing orc technology. That sounds like heresy to me.
Prepare for battle. For the Emperor.
Okay. Take my turrets ready to go. If there's a lot of stuff here, there's a warrior with a venom cannon. Doesn't look pretty. As you can see, the textures are different from Dawn of War 2. I assume that's because shader technology on the last gen consoles wasn't really up to PC standards, so they had to mess around with the textures a bit. As you can see, there's that slow-mo thing, which I'm not a very big fan of. I don't think they did a very good job with that. Just kind of tanks the frame rate, not a proper slow-mo. I'm going this way. Yeah, so unit variety. Stop getting off track. There's a lot of it, but do you actually need different tactics and playstyles to combat the different enemies? I'm not entirely sure that you do. There are some stick bombers which make you dodge their grenades, you dodge ranged attacks and basically kite melee enemies. That's what you do, unless you are a melee hero, of course, and then you're using your ranged weapon until you get close enough to smack stuff in the face. Rapid fire. So yeah, with combat this simplistic, I do think you need a lot of variety to carry it. And I don't think we have that. There's like a handful of power-ups, and most of them seem to be geared towards range.
Will stop these vehicles. Search the area for explosives.
Okay, well, let's search the area for something. Whoa, Hormagaunts. And the physics are really spazzing out on those Hormagaunts. Did not have that trouble with the orcs. So I've got triple shot now, as you can see. I'm firing 3 plasma bolts out of my plasma gun, and there's a 4 quad. I'm going to put down my turret actually, because this might get nasty. My turret is badass. I've already got 3 grenades, so I can't collect that. These things, collectibles, apparently if you get all 10 of them you unlock some concept art. I've not been able to do that right now. There's that slow-mo thing again. Not a big fan of that. There are no...
Health restore.
There's nothing like skill shots, which I think would liven up the combat quite a lot. All of the specials are basically fire and forget. I always forget to use my sprint. Can you use it while you're firing? I don't think you can, no. So the Tarantula, you just hit it and you put down the Tarantula. The Stone Guard veteran / Devastator guy, you just get a fire rate buff, which is really, really lazy. I mean, there's even a power up that gives you a fire rate buff, so you can stack them up so you fire ridiculously quickly. The Vanguard Veterans is probably the most interesting because you do need to control yourself while you're kind of scooting around and giving stuff. And then at the end, there's a big blast that comes out of you. The Librarians, there's a little bit of timing involved because it charges up. It's not instantaneous, so you can charge it up and kind of gather stuff around you, then explode it. Basically, one-shots everything. But yeah, I think they could have put a little bit more effort into some active abilities, some skill shots, a little bit more, maybe tie different special abilities to the different weapons and balance them that way instead of just making each weapon just better than the other one. What's the point of having the others there? It's just an arbitrary kind of lockaway mechanic to make you kill stuff to get the better weapons, which you need to survive. Would have been a lot better if they were just balanced differently with different fire rates. And wow, they almost killed me. I need a health pickup right now. Please be health. Yes. And this thing, look at this teleporter beacon. You can interact with it and change your loadout at any time, which is pretty cool. You can't change your character, but yeah, we'll go back in with my Blood Ravens Tech Marine. Shoot up some more stuff. I've got, what's this, a triple fire. Okay.
Place the charges onto the battle wagons.
Okay.
And return to the central hub.
I have to charge the hold down this interaction to do it. There we go. Some Genie Stealers. And you can't control the camera, which is pretty annoying. It does a reasonable job of putting the perspective where you want it, but sometimes it does kind of swoop around a bit jarringly, especially after it does those weird slow motion bits like that swoops you around. It just tanks the frame rate when it does that. That's it. That's your slow motion. It's not real slow motion. Smack, 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 smack. There is kind of melee combos, 3-hit combos, I think. All of the animations, I think all of the animations are from Dawn of War 2. There might be some others. The Librarian looks a bit weird because the movement speed is obviously a lot higher than it is in Dawn of War 2. He looks a bit odd running around with the Librarian animation sped up, and his melee attacks don't look that great. I don't think the Librarian animations are very good in Dawn of War 2 though. So, and he shares them with the Sorcerer, doesn't he? I don't like those animations either. I've planted a bunch of charges. Is there anything else? I need some health here. Health, in general, it doesn't regenerate on its own, which I think is a good thing, since the health power-up would be worthless and the game would be too easy. But it does recharge a little bit. It goes up to around here, like a fifth of the way up. I always forget to use my grenades. I've gone past where I'm meant to go. Place the charges and return. Oh, right, there's one more here. These Venom Broods are nasty. As you can see, all the shots are dodgeable if you're paying attention. There we go. He took a lot of damage, didn't he? And I'm using that damage buff. Some Genie Stealers. Let's put my turret down. Okay, some melee attacks. There's a health power up and I freaking need it. Grief, those Rippers. When they swarm you seem a lot more dangerous than the Gretchens. Yes, come on. Need to get close enough. There we go. Jeez, how many are there? So yeah, I think a bit more effort on the combat system, please. But I mean, can you expect it out of a unashamedly arcade game? I'm gonna die here. There we go. Where does it start me from? Oh, all the way back here. Fail, Indrid. Fail. So, does it make for a compelling game at the end of all of it? Somewhat. I mean, it's fun. Shooting stuff. But would it be compelling at all if it wasn't for the Warhammer 40,000 IP? I don't think it would. So it very much relies on that, and I'm of course a huge fan of the IP. So I don't think you're going to get any new fans for the IP out of this game. Unlike Dawn of War series, which gets a lot of new fans for the IP. So I'm right back here, planting these things again. Wants to die. At least these guys can't leap at me. Yes, that bionic melee attack kicks on serious. Oh, some area of effect damage there. Another one. Come on. Dead. Ouch. See, if you were co-op, I assume co-op ramps up the difficulty, so it's probably a lot more fun. You got to have one range guy, one melee guy kind of running around, smacking around each other, and I think you share the power-ups. If you're close enough to your ally, you both get the benefit from the power-up. Jeez, how many rippers are there? I wonder if there are carnifexes. They're going to be freaking annoying. Die. Those venom broods are dangerous. I need to kill them quickly. I need to use my grenades as well. For some reason they didn't use the throw grenade animation from Dawn of War 2, even though there blatantly is one. It just kind of pops out of your character, which is a little bit jarring. I need a health pickup pretty soon. There is a health pickup. Come on. Can you see this die? Give me this. Thank you. It's hugely powerful pickup, way better than the invulnerability one. And there's also a power shield. I'm not sure if the power shield only grenade, if that only reduces range damage or if it reduces all damage. I'm not sure. This is so little power-ups. I've made it somewhere. I'll press space for that. There we go. I mean, there are some decent scenarios, as good as I suppose you could expect in this kind of genre. The Weird Boy fight was the most interesting thing so far, and that wasn't amazing. He basically put me in a pit and threw a bunch of orcs at me, and then came down himself, and I chopped into bits with my power axe because I was using a Vanguard veteran back then. Checkpoint. Good.
Continue to search for
okay, I'm searching for stuff. How long is this mission going to be? I want to try the survival out. That sounds big. Is that a Carnifex? It's going to be a Carnifex, isn't it? Oh crap. Behind me as well.
Avoid direct contact.
When you look at the textures, they're nowhere near as good as Dawn of War 2. They really are dumbed down for the Xbox 360. Yeah, I need to sprint the crap away from this guy. Maybe I can distract him with my turret. Can I not use my turret here? Is that it? Is this thing even dying? He's one-shotting me. Is he? What's going on? I died. Yes. Maybe I just need to sprint only and don't try and fire at it. I thought sprint didn't last forever though, maybe it does. Carnifex one-shotting me, I have no problem with that. It should. Okay. Yes. Slow its progress, okay. Listen to the man. Not even firing at it. There we go, sprint. How long does it last? Doesn't last forever. What? Am I supposed to kill this thing? I suppose, yeah, sprint as far as I can, turn and shoot it. See if that does slow its progress. You can't skip these cutscenes every time. Sound assets are pretty good. I think the bolters actually sound better than they do in Dawn of War 2. Voice work, as you've heard, is pretty good. I've not heard orcs talking. They say a few things. I've heard one of them shout plasma gun for some reason. I suppose because I was holding the plasma gun sprint. And now, aha! Ah, I'm supposed to destroy these mines, of course. You fool. There we go. We are a noob, Indrid. Well, now that makes sense. Would have made a Conifex pretty damn scary. One shots me, no way a single Marine's taken on a Conifex. I think, reasonably speaking, I'm sure there are plenty of novels and things where one Marine does take one on. Oh, I didn't get that collectible thing. I dropped my puncture turret to do anything at all. No, it does not even fire at it, in fact. There we go. Look, same death animation from Dawn of War 2. It would explode if it was Dawn of War 2, look. We got through that eventually, dumbass, didn't ya? The health pick up there. Rippers. Look, you're basically invulnerable when you have that health pick up. One of those collectibles. Don't think it matters unless you have all 10 of them though. Turning against these guys hurts a lot. Turret needs to help me. I need to get this quad fire. There we go. How long does my turret last? Raveners? Are they ranged? Doesn't look like they are. So there's stuff off screen here. Dying again. I need to sprint more, I think. Use my grenades. Those termagants are crazily powerful. Die already! I have no health at all. You'll see my health is going to regenerate up to a point.
The Emperor protects.
Heartbeat now means my health is very low. Is this the end of it? I just about make it out. Yes, termagants are the most powerful enemy I've faced thus far. Because there's loads of them, and they seem to pack a lot more punch at range compared to the ranged orcs. This power cell does not want to be found, does it? Triple shots. And there's a health pickup, just what I needed. Go away, die. Okay.
Proceed with caution. Don't fall down to the lower floor of the chamber.
Okay. Don't fall down injured. And those explosion in barrels and stuff do damage you heavily, by the way. Has led to my death a couple of times. It's cool to see all this kind of orky technology. Did I fall down? Oh, you are a fool. Just after I said don't fall down. Yes, yes, yes.
Continue to search for the power cell.
Yes. Gonna give me full health here. I'll get this triple shot then. Wait. Termagants are beastly, overpowered. Okay. Might be a twonk this time. Where did I fall? I was there. Blow this up before it blows up on me. There we go. What the heck are these things? Can I blow them up? 5 nodes, or turrets, or whatever they were from Dawn of War 2. I'm sure someone who is a really talented modder could make a game better than this with the Dawn of War 2 engine and the modding tools. It'll take a lot of time, obviously, but it could be done. Dawn of War 2, I think, actually looks better than this game, at this range if it was this zoomed in.
Health restore.
Health restore, we'll take that. And this game, whoa, I've fallen down again. Unbelievable. This game is £6.99. It's not expensive, but there are a lot of very, very good cheap indie games on Steam, and even not indie games. I mean, The Witcher 2 is up on sale right now for like $2.99 or something ridiculous, and that is, by all accounts, a very, very good game. So yeah, where am I going to fall down this time? Where is it going to be?
Proceed with caution.
I'm the dumbest marine ever.
Down to the lower floor of the chamber.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, let's do this. I mean, in terms of a single player experience, I personally think you'd get a better time out of the Dawn of War 2 campaigns. You'll have a squad of 4, maybe even more in the Retribution campaigns. You'll have huge amounts of war gear. You'll have traits and stuff that actually change your character to have equipment. It's just, it's better than Kill Team. The Dawn of War 2 campaigns are better than Kill Team. But if you're a Dawn of War 2 fan, and you've played all those campaigns, and you want to be a Space Marine, and you want to shoot and chop the crap out of stuff, then there are worse things you can do with your money. Maybe wait for a sale if you're not convinced on the price point. Apparently it is quite a short game. I obviously wouldn't know. Do not drop here. This is where I fell, I think. There we go. How fast does this plasma gun fire? It's mad. See the plasma cannon as well. It's not like the plasma cannons from Dawn of War 2. It's not an artillery piece. It just shoots the crap out of stuff. That's, I think, a big disappointment for me. The different weapons don't seem to have any difference about them apart from visual effects and damage. That's it. There's no other different traits between them from what I can tell. Die. That's one of those things. See if we can finish this level. Don't drop. If I die again, I'll just restart and I'll just quit out and go and check out the survival. Death. 2 of the Xenos. Ravener. Look, same animations from Dawn of War 2. They really did screw up the textures though, didn't they? They seem better on the Marines. The Librarian's textures look pretty damn good. But for the Tyranids, I mean, you can have a lot of stuff on screen at a time. So I suppose to get it to run smoothly on the Xbox 360, you had to dial things down. What's all this? Boss fight? Is the war boss going to come and fight me at last? Maybe?
Destroy this unstable teleporter platform.
Nope.
Place charges at the anchor chains and move to a safe distance before detonation.
The anchor chains. Some capillary towers. They look new-ish. Might just be repositioned. Can I still fall down here? Hopefully I can't. Okay, let's pick up this health thing. Let's drop my turrets and do this. What is this? It's a quad fire. We will grab that. As you look at that, my turret is charged up again already. And this is without the charge up buffs perks. It's nuts. Drop another one. Are there any others? Apparently there are. Or not. Just telling me to go back. There we go. Surely that's the end of the level. Each one is about 20 odd minutes, I think, so far. Obviously a lot shorter if you don't fall off the gantries every 45 seconds. I nearly fell off again. Okay, it's not over. More stuff to kill. Look at this camera view. What is going on? Can't see what I'm shooting at. Don't fall down. Okay. Why doesn't it just put the camera behind me? That'd be a lot more dynamic and interesting, I think, if it was like that. They're trying to be all cinematic. It doesn't really work. You need a reliable camera. The screen is shaking like crazy. Whoa, is that a gap? I think that is. And he fell off again. Don't even know if I've reached a checkpoint yet. A bunch of stuff here. Clear it up. My turret. Does my turret have a minimum range? I don't think it does. Back to the antechamber. Don't fall off, Indrid. Can't even see the ground. There we go. I mean, they haven't completely ripped the game off of Dawn of War 2. Obviously, there is a lot of assets that have been created. All this ground texture work and a lot of the orc machinery models are not in Dawn of War 2. From what I can remember, in a way, from what I can remember from the world builder and the campaigns and stuff. So it's not like they've just taken the assets from Dawn of War 2 and slapped an action game on it. I nearly fell down again. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's enough to justify £6.99 when the Dawn of War 2 campaigns offer a better time of it, I think. And those have online co-op, of course, which works. So I blew up a bunch of stuff, just got over that thing. Some Tyranids in there, looking upset. Checkpoints. Oh, spawn mines, are you serious?
The power cell must be in this area. Search it.
Oh, I guess I just used everything from Dawn of War 2. Okay, a bit of a more open area now. I'm supposed to be going this way, you twonk. Is this where I was before? What's this? You can usually stand on these things and do something. Well, not this time. Can't see where I'm going. Spin the camera, there we go. Wants me to go this way, okay. Die. They really do take some shots, them warriors.
The floor of this corridor is destroyed.
Hang on.
Use the transport platform.
There's some spawn mines there, but I think I saw a health drop over here. Yes, I'm going to grab that first. Sprint, Mr. Tech Marine. So he's got a few seconds sprint there. And I'm pretty sure you can't do it while you are firing. Let's see. No, you can't. Just a little bit more nuance to the combat, but I don't think there's enough of it. Yes, it's an arcade shooter, but I mean, you have spectacle fighters like God of War and stuff, which have a lot more to their combat systems than this. I mean, how simple do you want to make your game? How much ambition do you have? Oh, the guy told me to do something here, didn't he? What did he tell me to do? Just says search down at the bottom. Yeah.
Be vigilant.
Yeah. Shoot them way before they get to me. They really are floating, aren't they? Those spawn mine models don't look like the ones from Dawn of War 2. Maybe they are, maybe you just don't see them close enough in Dawn of War 2. They're actually moving, some of them now. So let's back off. New upgrade unlocked, as you saw there. Maybe I should have looked at the beacon to see if I'd unlocked anything. There are some little cool visual effects. You see the plasma gun blasting light out when it fires the bolter. You can actually see the mass reactive shells exploding on impact as well, which is pretty cool. The bolters, the standard bolt guns, do seem a little bit weak and piddly in Dawn of War 2, which is unfortunate. I suppose it's hard to have something visually and in-game balanced. I'm gonna die from these spawn mines. There's a
You have
thing.
located the power cell. Activate the crane to place the power cell onto the transporter.
Okay. That's handy. That giant orc button did exactly what I needed it to do.
Transporter hub. Death to the aliens.
Who is even talking to me here?
Protect
Okay.
the power cell. If it overloads, your mission will have failed.
Okay, I need to protect this thing. Where are they going to come from though? Back here, it looks like. Oh, back on the spawn mine deal. So let's place my turrets. How far can this thing shoot? Pretty damn far. This thing's awesome. That is the same model from Dawn of War 2. Oh, and they're going to drop on my face as well. Oh, it's taking damage. Did I just shoot my own freaking power cell? Why didn't I just take all of them? Die. This is bad. They're getting close. I need my other turret. Oh, die. Go straight for it. They're gonna... I think I just friendly fired my power cell.
If it overloads,
Yeah.
your mission will have failed.
I need to be really careful what way I face here. I'm not sure if... Whoa! I'm not sure if my turret is actually... can actually fire at my own power cell as well. I need to be careful. I need to melee the stuff that drops down, I think. There we go. Doesn't actually go for the power cell itself. Ouch. It's hard to aim with the camera constantly shifting around. Die. I've got no health at all now. How much is it going to recharge to? That's it. Just keep my turret down constantly. At least my power cell's not taking... I must have completely destroyed my power cell by myself then, you fool. Oh, stop shooting at it. There we go. You get that 2-hit combo as you saw there, which only plays out if you hit the first hit, otherwise it just does that animation. How good would that have been for a powerful sweep in Dawn of War 2? Would have been awesome.
Now insert the power cell.
Oh, that's what the other giant hook button was for. Spin the camera, please. There we go. And I'm going to have to defend something again, I'm sure. Probably 58 carnifexes and 27 gene stealers in my face. And a termagant. Those things are crazy. Surely they could have come up with more than just one special ability for each of the characters. They've only got 3 weapons as well. Disappointing. It's just a disappointing lack of just a little bit of depth you want. I suppose it's something that you just kind of... It wasn't just an Xbox Live arcade game, I think. I'm not sure how much it retailed for on Xbox. What the heck? That's the Swarmlord model, isn't it? With a ranged weapon. Oh, it's a Hive Tyrant, of course.
Slay it in the
Not
Emperor's
the
name.
Swarmlord. So a ranged Hive Tyrant, this thing is going to suck. He's got a ranged weapon, this is really going to suck. Turret down straight away. Grenades. Whoa, I need to get a health thing. Or this shield, give me the shield. I need to... How fast is this thing? That seems to be making me immune to range damage, the shield. Which is good. Get some more grenades, chuck them out. Those termagants are crazy. Right, another one here. Be something good. Yes! Just about got it in time. See how powerful that health pickup is. It's crazily good. This turret really has saved me. I need to destroy these termagants. This health pickup saved me. Look how good it is. Looks like I've got him with one of these weird glitchy sync kills. And down he goes. Oh, there's a little teleport beacon here as well. Die already. Yes.
Proceed to the cargo
Thank
hoist
goodness
up
that
to the
wasn't a
command
swarm
deck.
lord. I wonder if they are in this.
War boss is waiting for you.
You notice that Hive Tyrant is a lot bigger than it is in Dawn of War 2, which is, I suppose, how big they should be. They are kind of little mini Hive Tyrants in Dawn of War 2. What did he tell me to do? Activate the elevator. Okay, where is it? Up here? That's not a place to go. Oh, it's this. If I just step on it, it's going to go up. Okay. Should have been step on to elevator, not activate it. Stop confusing me. This is a long level. Oh, there we go. That's the end of it. We managed it after how many deaths? Does it tell me? No. I killed 1,200 enemies on that mission. It took 30. This video is so long. 36 minutes at least. Did not expect to be playing it this long. Did not expect to finish a mission. But there we go. Oh, I've got the missile launcher. Got the lightning claw. Got the melter gun for the Tech Marine. Awesome. I wonder how that thing fires. Melter guns are generally short range, so I wonder how they do that in game. Power up duration. Yes. Whatever that is, okay. Well done. Now let's back out of here and have a look. A quick look, because you're most likely bored to tears by now, of survival. Solo, yes, I'm a lonely man. You have no friends ranked, honestly. Oh, you choose one of the levels, I see. Let's choose this one. And who should I pick? Well, I just picked a ranged combatant, so go up. Don't want to be the Stone Guard veteran. Why can't I choose another hero? I don't know. Select chapter. Ah! Look at that. He's not bad. Let's go for some white scars for Khan and the Emperor. Okay, I can only pick a Stone Guard veteran apparently. Maybe it's the hero that you completed the level with, maybe? I've got the missile option now, so we'll have that. Range damage, health, yes. We will have... Oh, can I get 25% range damage? No, it's locked. I'll get the power up duration and plus 15% range damage. There we go, let's have a quick look at this. We die immediately. I want to see what this rocket launcher's like. That's crazy! Oh my goodness. So yeah, it's just survive as long as you can. Well, have I already taken damage? Or is that how much health I start with? I'm not sure if the different heroes have different amounts of health. Here we see the Gretchens. Killing me a lot, and here is his special ability, this rapid fire, and there's the invulnerability power up, which we never saw in the last level because I was slagging it off all the time. Save that for when my health runs out. There's another triple, we'll grab that in fact. Hopefully get my power up, yes, and have triple fire with my special rapid. Everything's exploding. Bits and bits of orcs. They don't gib though, and that's disappointing because they can in Dawn of War 2. Why don't they explode into bits? Massive missed opportunity there, surely. Want bits of orcs? Come on. There are these commandos. They should stealth or something. So there's a lot they could have done with the mechanics of pretty much everything and fleshed it out a bit more. Enemies, weapons, the heroes themselves. Okay, we need this invulnerability now. And get my rapid fire going. I'm gonna die soon, obviously. When this is run out, I'll get that health, and then when that's run out, I'll go and get this shield. Are these power-ups just dropping off the enemies? It would be nice if the enemies actually dropped new weapons and stuff in this mode. That would keep it a bit more interesting. It's locked to the same loadout. And again, oh, there we go. So they have it. But I would just like to say again, the last stand from Dawn of War 2 Retribution is way better than that. Everything this game does, Dawn of War 2 Retribution and the other Dawn of War 2s, do better. Continue. So there you have it, guys. My incredibly long and failing look at Kill Team. Fell off a bunch of gantries, died a bunch of times, destroyed my own power cell, but I am Astartes. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.